Hello mga baker buddies! Welcome to URC Flourish Pilipinas Baking with Experts. Our lesson today ay process variations. We have three major processing system. First ay ang no-time dough method, second ay ang straight dough method, and last, sponge and dough method. What are the differences and paano nga ba gawin ang mga process na ito? Oh mga baker friends! Panoorin natin si Micah na gawin ang mga process na ito. Magbe-bake siya ng burger buns.
First, let's talk about the sponge and dough method. The sponge and dough method has two steps. First, we're going to make the sponge. A sponge is made by combining flour, water, and yeast. This is allowed to ferment for 2 to 3 hours at 25 to 28 degrees Celsius. This sponge is added to the final dough ingredients. On the other hand, yung straight dough method naman is a single-stage mixing process wherein hinahalo natin yung lahat na ingredients natin until the dough is developed, and then binibigyan natin siya ng about 1 to 3 hours fermentation time before scaling and makeup. Last but not the least, ito namang no-time dough method. So in this process, there is little to no fermentation time given to the dough before natin siya i-scale and i-make up. And ito yung method na gagamit natin today in making the burger buns.
Sift URC Globe First Class Flour.
Transfer the flour mixture to a mixer.
Add the yeast. Mix for 2 minutes at low speed. Mix together water, sugar, salt, and egg. Add the water mixture to the mixer and mix for 2 minutes using low speed. Add the shortening when the dry ingredients are hydrated. Mix for 1 minute. At high speed, mix for 5 minutes or until dough has become smooth and elastic. Do the window pane test to check if the dough is ready. Scale the dough into 60 grams. Round the dough. Place the rounded dough into a well-greased pan. Flatten the dough. Lightly brush each dough with egg wash, then roll the top on sesame seeds. Proof for 90 minutes or until double its size. Bake at 140 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes.
And we're done baking. Now we have all our baked buns here para mapag-aralan natin yung different effects ng iba't ibang mixing process na ginawa natin with our dough kanina. Pag-usapan naman natin yung isa sa mga pinaka-importanting aspect in making breads, which is the flavor and aroma. Alam niyo ba na ang fermentation hindi lang pag-alsa ang nabibigay nito sa tinapay, kundi nagbibigay din ito ng different flavors and aroma na distinct sa ating mga breads. So the longer the fermentation time that you give to your breads, katulad ng ginawa natin dito sa straight dough method and sponge and dough method, the stronger the flavor will be. Next, let's move on to the texture of the crust. Kung mapapansin nyo, mas smooth yung crust nitong buns made with no time dough method compared with the other two methods. So palagi nyo lang tatandaan that the longer the fermentation time you give to your dough, mas nagiging rough yung texture ng crust ng breads. Next, let's talk about the crumb structure. Ang crumbs is yung inner part ng ating bread. So kung mapapansin nyo, ang bread na gawa sa no-time dough method ay may mas pinong crumb structure o mas maliliit ang kanyang air pockets compared dun sa iba pang ginawa nating tinapay na gawa naman sa sponge and dough method and sa straight dough method. Lagi nyo lang tatandaan dito na kapag mas matagal ang fermentation time na binibigay natin, mas lumalaki yung air pockets na nandoon sa ating crumbs. Let's talk about the bread volume. Kung mapapansin nyo, mas malaki ang bread volume nitong buns made using the sponge and dough method and the straight dough method compared to the buns made using the no-time dough method. Lagi nyo tatandaan that the longer fermentation time that you give to your dough, mas nagiging malaki ang bread volume niya. Pero kung mapapansin nyo, mas malaki yung bread volume nitong straight dough method compared to the sponge and dough method. Dito kasi sa straight dough method, wala nang time para i-knock out yung excess air bago natin i-mold or i-scale yung dough. Whereas dito naman, sa sponge and dough method, meron pa kasi tayong final mixing. Kaya doon, na-knock out pa yung extra air bubbles na napoproduce ng yeast fermentation. Kapag mas matagal ang fermentation time, nakakapag-produce ito ng mga acid byproducts which help in strengthening the gluten structure. Mas malambot itong breads with greater bread volume. So those are the things that you can consider in choosing which process you will use in making your breads. For our burger buns, mas magandang gamitin natin itong no-time dough method because number 1, it produces a smoother crust and 2, it makes a finer crumb structure. Pero kung gusto niyo naman gumawa ng breads na mas maganda ang bread volume, mas strong ang flavor and aroma, maaari niyong gamitin itong straight dough method and sponge and dough method. The only thing that you have to consider is the mixing time. Syempre, mas matagal ang mixing time ng sponge and dough method kesa sa straight dough method.